Right, so first things first, I'm going to jump into my old MailChimp account. This is properly old school and I haven't really done much in this account for about 8 years, but weirdly and crazily, there's 110 people on my list who never unsubscribed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-engage them. Normally, what I do inside MailChimp is I'd actually choose a segment based on their engaged parameters, but because this list is like, well, it's 8 years since I posted, none of them are going to re-engage anymore. So what I always recommend doing, because I'm going to move email systems, is do the re-engagement campaign on the old email system and then only bring across engaged people into the new system, because otherwise you'll tank your deliverability on that new system. So let's get going. I've already created a basic email. It says, subject, it's been a while, but I'm back documenting something new, as a kind of teaser. And then I've got a very basic email on the right hand side, basically just saying, it's literally been 8 years, but now I'm back and I completely understand if you do not want to be on my list anymore. Heck, you probably don't even know who I am, and I don't blame you. Well, way back when you subscribed, I was all about WordPress and design. It feels like a lot has changed since then. Who could have predicted where the online world would be in less than a decade? Most of you are probably now harnessing AI, and that's why I'm getting in touch. I'm rebooting this site and making it all about AI. AI for web, AI for business, AI for design. I'm trying to work out how to leverage AI and whether it will ever take my job. So if you'd like to stick around on my list, please do by clicking the button below. Thanks, Chris Walton. P.S. I'm video documenting my journey on IG too, so click the button below to follow along if you want, no pressure. And I've got a link that's going off to a random URL, so just click on here to edit the email. That's going off to chriswalton.me/chrisai. So at the moment, this page does not actually exist. So if I go and have a look at this doesn't actually exist. Come up with the 404. Here we go. So this is my current site. If I just show you quickly how this looks. So like I said, old school, last weirdly, I mean, it's almost exactly 8 years since I posted anything on there. And the last thing was about me selling my WordPress theme business. I did have some quite good engagement on some of these posts, but a little bit crazy. I did one about there is no grid or something, which went a little bit silly. Let me see if I can find that one. Grid. There we go. So that had 72 comments on it. So it was like proper people getting proper upset about that back in the day. Oh look, comments don't even work anymore. So this needs some updates, this site. So definitely going to strip this out. But for the time being, I just want to have a page that I can just use as a holding page. And as I'm going to be restructuring the site, I think the best thing to do is just have like a standard holding page here, because if we go back to our email, this is just, it basically just wants to confirm that they're still on the list. So that's what we'll do, is we'll click on that. And then what I'll do is I'll look at how many people clicked on that button, and then I'll put those into the new email system. So what I'm going to do is actually spin up a quick design in Claude. So let's do that next. So the first thing I'm going to do is start up a Claude co-work session. So that's in the top here. You can choose between chat, co-work, and code. For this kind of simple stuff, I can just whack together an HTML page and do it in Claude co-work. And then I tend to just save those into Dropbox folders for me. I could use GitHub, but there's not really much point for this kind of simplistic task. So I'm going to give it a quick prompt. So I'm going to write into there. Okay, so what I've done is given it a very quick brief. So I've said I'm creating a very simplistic landing page. The page is just going to confirm that the person who visited is now on my new email list. Content, title, hey, thanks for following along. And then the page content, I will move you over to my email list so you can keep up to date as my new email list. So I can keep you up to date as I get set up with AI to leverage it for my business. You'll be watching me build as I go and documenting all the successes and failures that go with it. Here is what the current design looks like. So the page needs to fit with that, and I've uploaded a screenshot. So I'm just going to get Sonnet to do this. I don't think it needs to be Opus. So in Claude, if you're not already familiar, there's a few different models. There's Haiku, which is a very simplistic model, good for chatting, good for basic questions. Sonnet, which is kind of like the one I go to most for sort of more in-depth thinking, and it's okay at coding as well. And then you've got Opus 4.7 as it is at the moment, which is more kind of critical thinking, analysis, deep thinking, deep design. But the more you go up, the more expensive the tokens get. So as you can see, whilst I've been chatting along, it's built something for me. So what I can do is I can view that in Google Chrome and allow that to open it for me, and I can have a little quick look. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. I mean, that's good enough. I think that's fine. So I'm just going to tell it to move the logo to the middle, and then we'll be all good. Move logo to the middle. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just test it with Chrome Inspect in a browser scenario, just to make sure it looks good when it's on mobile. Okay, this is going to move the logo to the middle for me, but the rest of that page looks fine. Actually, I will add a link to go to my Instagram on there as well. So add in link to my Instagram page with icon if possible, and then just put this in there. So it's done the logo in the middle. I mean, it's all a little bit. In an ideal world, I'd probably make this look a bit better. Actually, I might make it. No, I think it looks right. So now this is the problem with them having with Claude and Code and everything, is I want things to be perfect first time. That's not the point of this video series. I need to build stuff, and just done is perfect as far as I'm concerned at the moment while we get going. Let's refresh that again. There we go. So it's got the Instagram link in there. Cool. Right. Okay, brilliant. So that'll do. So as this is just a simple static site, I just need to upload this. So I'm going to upload this to my server just as a static page. So give me 2 seconds and I will do that. Okay, so I've uploaded that static file off the back of my website, and if I just refresh this, there we go. Right, good old cache was causing me problems. Yes, so here it is online as the actual page now. So if I go back into MailChimp, that button should now work. There we go, and I can save and exit that. And then I've got this set to go out at 7 in the morning. So this will go out at 7 in the morning, and then what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on the stats, and then anyone who's clicked on the link, I'll move over to the new email system. So that's step 1 done. Step 2 will be to sort out the blog. So follow along for the next one.